Сана Хартнор е родена во 1986 година, живее и работи во Малме. Освен што е поет, таа се занимава и со музички и сценски изведби. Незиното деби Пристаништето е трагикомично современо отсликување на новоизградена ексклузивна населба крај морето. Оваа книга зборува за гентрификација, за Скандинавија, архитектурата, за древното море и неговите мрачни длабочини. Гжегош Кјатковски е роден во 1984 година. Тој е поет, музичар и член на психоделичниот постпанк бенд Трупа. Има објавено 6 книги во најдобрата полска издавачка куќа, а неговата поезија е преведена на англиски јазик од Марек Казмиерски и на германски јазик од Бернхард Хартман. Кармен Камачо, родена во 1976 покрај поетесе и афроистичар, книжевен критичар и предавач по креативно пишување. Досега има објавено 7 наслови. Las Versiones de Eva 2014 е авторска антологија на нејзиното поетско творештво. Джейкоб Поли е роден 1975 година, израснал во Камбрија. Неговата четврта збирка Jake Self е добитник на престижна поетска награда Т.С. Елиот во 1916 година. Джейкоб е професор по креативно пишување на Универзитетот во Њукесл и живее со своето семејство на североисточниот брег. Во продолжение ќе слушаме дел од нивната поезија. Започнуваме со најмладата учесничка во овој круг Версополис поети, Сана Хартнор.
Husen hade inte hunnit bli självmedvetna. De hade blivit lämnade där ihop, främlingar för varandra och obekväma att klara sig bäst de kunde. Man kan närmast beskriva det som att de stod där de blivit ställda, väntande på att få gå därifrån. De boende fick instruktioner om att gå försiktigt över cykelstigen tills den vant sig vid att vara cykelstig. De boende fick instruktioner. Titta lagom länge ut över horisonten för att inte genera den i inledningsfasen. Inte slita på den eller börja ta den för given. Det skulle vara mycket ytor, släta, plana som kinder. Det hade räknats ut att det skulle bli vackert. Associationerna gick till Arktis. En grå glaciär mitt i bostadsområdet. En majestätiskt öde plats att umgås på. Valarna. Det borde ha funnits valar i vattnet. Valar tar för stor plats och de låter för sorgset. Ekot mellan husen. Någon föreslog en pingvin som kunde matas med ett svart russin om dagen. Den skulle vara blank. Den skulle pigga upp. Bostadsföreningen gav bort skateboards, en till varje barn, även de till synes för små. Det hade räknats ut att det skulle passa med den grå glaciären. Skapa rörelse, ett organiskt inslag och kanske attrahera något nostalgiskt hos de unga föräldrar som jobbade hemifrån. Havet såg inte på. Havet såg inget alls. De boende märkte det. Gick och la sig tidigare än nödvändigt. Tack. En del hus vaknar långsamt efter att människorna har börjat klia och riva i parketten. De är lite större då. De har haft natten på sig att andas ut. De rymmer mer och tillåter mer kring 6:30 och drar skinnet åt sig efterhand som dagen lider. Något sånt hus fanns inte på glaciären. Där somnade husen aldrig. När de boende vaknade stod väggarna med uppspärrade ögon och väntade. De hade väntat i timmar. Dörrarna stampade i sina karmar. Arkitekten försökte förstå var skillnaden låg. Betong eller trä? Kunde det vara så enkelt? Radan, kanske linoleum? Arkitekten tänkte det kunde vara så att det behövdes lite mer av det ena eller andra. Arkitekten tänkte det kanske var ett slags skörbjugg. I ett av husen var fönsterkarmarna av sten. Slipad och tvättad men icke desto mindre sten. Arkitekten hade fått in klagomål. Fönsterkarmarna hade ställt till det. De förblev alltid kalla. Lyssnade på luften utomhus. Lydde den. De hörde dit fortfarande. Arkitekten insåg för sent att de aldrig skulle bli helt domesticerade. Så de boende torkade glasen i skåpen en extra gång fast de var torra för att det skulle bli hemtrevligt. Men husen knakade och de boende förstod att de inte skulle låta sig nöja så lätt. De boende strök sina kinder längs väggarna, men träet var oroligt. Fantomgrenarna ven och havet bankade av och an i diskmaskinerna. Tack. Relationen till ketchup skilde sig bland de boende. En del ryggade tillbaka vid åsynen. Andra tog ställning genom att ha en flaska i kylen. Att bete sig som folk. Barnen måste veta hur det smakar. Tack.
The houses had not yet had the time to become self-assured. They had been left there like strangers, all awkward, to cope as best they could. You could almost say they stood where they were placed, waiting to be allowed to leave. The residents were instructed to walk carefully across the cycle lane until it got used to being a cycle lane. The residents were instructed not to stare at the horizon for too long, not to embarrass it in the initial stages, not to wear it out, or start talking or start taking it for granted. There was going to be lots of open spaces, flat surfaces, smooth as cheeks. According to calculations, it was going to be beautiful. They thought of the Arctic, a grey glacier. In the middle of the residential area, a majestic empty place for socializing. The whales. There should have been whales in the water. Whales take up too much space and they sound too sad. The echo among the houses. Someone suggested a penguin, which could be fed with one black raisin a day. It would have been shiny, it would have cheered things up. The Tenants Association gave away skateboards, one for each child. Even to those who seemed too young according to calculations, they would go well with the grey glacier. Create motion, an organic element, and perhaps evoke a bit of nostalgia in the young parents who worked from home. The sea was not watching, the sea saw nothing. The residents noticed, went to bed earlier than necessary. Some houses wake up slowly, after people started to scratch and tear at the parquet flooring. They are a bit larger than they had all night to exhale. They hold more and allow more, around 6:30 and get more cautious. as the day passes. There were no such houses on the glacier, the houses that never slept. When the residents woke up, the walls stood with their eyes wide open, waiting. They had been waiting for hours, the doors stamping in their frames. The architect tried to understand what it was that made the difference, concrete or wood. Could it be that simple, radon, perhaps linoleum? The architect thought perhaps what's needed is some more of one or the other. The architect thought maybe it was some kind of scurvy. In one of the houses, the window panes were made of stone, polished and washed, but still stone. The architect had received complaints. The window panes had been causing problems. They were always cold. Listening to the air outside, obeying it, they still belonged out there. The architect realized too late that they could never be completely domesticated. So the residents dried the glasses in the cupboards one more time, even though they were dry, so as to make it comfy and nice. But the houses creaked, and the residents understood that they were not going to be satisfied so easily. The residents brushed their cheeks along the walls, but the wood was uneasy. Phantom branches whined, and the sea sauntered back and forth in the dishwashers. The attitude towards ketchup varied among the residents. Some flinched at the mere sight of it. Others took a stand by having it in the fridge. To be normal, the children should know how it tastes.
Grzegorz Kwiatkowski.
Meine Damen und Herren, ladies and gentlemen, panie I panowie. Firstly, I would like to say that the poems of laureate Monika Herzeg, they are really super fucking great, so thank you for it. And the second thing is my poetry, which is not so super fucking great. Obviously. Leśnik Danc. Podczas wojny układaliśmy ciała jak drewno, ale już po wojnie układaliśmy w lesie drewno, jak świeżo ścięte ciała. Świat. Poszłam z dzieckiem do lasu i razem z nim bezradna płakałam. Łzy ściekały mi z oczu, a dziecko wycierało mi łzy rączką i tak bardzo żałowałam, że przywołałam je na świat. Dać. Mówi kobieta, która tak długo nosiła w swoim brzuchu jajo. Jak dać mu na imię? Choroby i wirusy posiadają imię. Należy mu się imię. Należy mu nadać imię. Musimy go uspokoić. Musimy go uciszyć i coś mu wreszcie dać. Danke schön. Thank you so much. Dziękuję bardzo.
During the war, we arranged the bodies like logs. But after the war, we arranged in the forest the logs like freshly felled bodies. I went with my child to the woods, and helpless I cried with him. Tears ran from my eyes, and my child dried them with his little hand. And I was so sorry I have called him into this world. The woman who's been carrying in her belly an egg says, "What name shall we give it? Diseases and viruses have their names. It should have a name. It should be given a name. We must calm it down. We must keep it quiet and finally give it something."
Indeed, thank you.
Thanks.
Carmen Camacho.
pecho mío, pequeño de piel marfil, transparenta. El sagrado corazón que a veces se ilumina en el centro de la noche. Etología. Todos los animales sabrán bramar en el momento de mi carne. Cada cual a su alarido, su graznido, su relincho, el eco de ulular el lobo entre las peñas, el rebuzno de los machos en lo hondo de las cuadras, la batiente ala del rapaz por las almenas, el susurro sinuoso de la abeja que atraviesa el silencio de los prados, el roce contra el campo del vientre de la chicharra, círculo, siringe, abdomen, celo. Tú has perdido la voz criatural, también el olfato. En cambio ellos no olvidan. Todos los animales sabrán bramar en el momento de mi carne. Letra pequeña. Hay daños que no cubre el seguro combinado del hogar, lo sé. Las llamadas perdidas, por ejemplo, las cartas rotas, la soga de seda, la noche que hay detrás de los espejos, esta plaga de cristales en el pecho, la ablación de mi sed. Así contraje la enfermedad de los jabones. Por eso le quise con todo mi hastío. Contra la vida en vilo fui hueco en su hueco, frío en la guantera, materia inmóvil. Dejé crecer las paredes de esta casa conmigo dentro. Pasaron siglos, siglos de reloj. No abundaré en detalles, señorita. Solo diré que he arrancado la puerta de cuajo, que he tenido la misericordia de tirar al barro el azúcar glacé, que ahora me entra luz en la despensa. Ya sé, tampoco contempla la póliza el amor a terceros, el temporal de sol, el tumulto en las calles ni el motín de la hormiga. Pero este es un caso de delicadeza mayor. Y yo solo llamaba para decirle, amiga, que me acabo de conceder a todo riesgo la incertidumbre de vivir abierta de par en par. Thank you.
Breast of mine, tiny, ivory-skinned, reveals the holy heart that lights up sometimes in the center of the night. All the animals will know how to bowl come the moment of my flesh. Each to its yell, to its call, to its knee, echo of a howl, the wolf around the boulders, the braying of the males in the bottom of the stable, the beating wing of the bird of prey around the battlements, the bee's winding buzz, piercing the silence in the meadows, the grazing of the cicada's belly against the field, circle sirens up the monastrous. You lost your creatural voice and your sense of smell, but they don't forget. Every animal will know how to bowl come the moment of my flesh. Some damages are not covered by the combined home insurance. I know. Missing calls, for example, broken letters, the rope of silk, the night that lies behind mirrors, this plague of glass in my chest, the ablation of my thirst. That is the way I contracted the so-bad disease. That is why I loved him with full weariness against a life of tenterhooks. I became a hole in his hole, cold in the glove box, still matter. I let the walls of this house grow with me inside. Centuries, clock centuries went by. I will not elaborate further, madam. I will only say that I tore the door up, that I was merciful enough as to throw the icing sugar to the mud, that now light enters my pantry. The policy does not provide coverage for love to third parties, solar storm, street riot, or ant mutiny. I know. But this is a case of finesse majeure. And I only call to tell you, dear madam, that I have just granted myself the fully comprehensive incertitude of a wide open life.
Jacob Polly.
Good evening. It's so nice to be here and to be reading with among the beautiful work of my fellow poets. So, thank you. The Cheap Jack. What do I have for as near as damn it? What do I sell but I'm giving away? Might I pick my own pockets and slit my own throat and dump myself dead in a shop doorway? Daffodils, bird whistles, bobble hats, fickle fish, slinkies, your name spelled in wire, caterpillars, mouse mats, trick plastic dog shit, conniptions, predictions, and God's own fire. I've bargained myself to Bedlam and back, and no wonder it is that I'm not less flesh, for I'd sell you the scraps, the loose skin, the slack, the tips of my toes and the last of my breath, and might as well, for the good my breath's done. I've blown suits, jobs, marriages, houses and lands. I'm a man overcome by his profligate tongue, and if you get close, you can stand where I stand. What'll it cost? Not as much as you think. What have you got? That'll do. Here's my nod, here's my wink, here's my blood for the ink. I'm begging you now, my life for the lot. Eviction. Masaccio. This is a poem written after a painting by Masaccio, who died in 1428. It's written after or out of or through his painting, his amazing fresco in Florence. Eviction. Barefoot, they've entered the outermost place. She covers her breasts, he hides his face. Behind them stands the light-filled grey stone arched city doorway. The unworked earth is parched. Their shadows lag and elongate, longing towards the shade. Everything waits to be suffered, as now the gardens, streams and orchards lie outside their lives in dreams. He howls into his hands, her upturned foreheads smooth and white, her small mouths tearing wide. They are, after all, only adequate and flesh, and grieve at the easily understood threshold of grief, from where one, fully dressed and armed, shoos them indifferently into the west. This is a strange poem. It's a kind of dialogue, really. It's called Blackwood Rag. And to rag somebody is to joke with them, abuse them. Blackwood Rag. If I'm all eyes, you're switched off at the wall. If I'm switched off at the wall, you're all magpies. If I'm all magpies, you're the bone of you-know-what. If I'm the bone of what you know, you're all carrion crow. If I'm all carrion crow, you're the bone of what you're not. If I'm the bone of what you've got, you're the one to tell the bees. If I'm the one to tell the bees, you're the laughter of the bees. If I'm the laughter of the bees, you're the sun falling about. If I'm the sun falling about, you're the ghost of milk. If I'm the ghost of milk, you're the saucer of haunt. If I'm the saucer of haunt, you're the silver backing. If I'm the silver backing, you're the mirror's fault. If I'm the mirror's fault, you're the skeleton of breath. If I'm the skeleton of breath, you're a cockerel's egg. If I'm a cockerel's egg, you're a mask of flies. If I'm a mask of flies, you're a worm's hind leg. Thank you.
Ви благодариме на вниманието, се надевам дека уживавте и по паузата продолжуваме со меѓународното поетско читање Кругови.